This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Set up your own website with a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first order with the link below.
It's full of surprises today. Firstly, we're in a different space in Canon's HQ. Usually we're in a library, but maybe we made one too many jokes about a library and we got chucked in here. But that's fine. We've got a nice pink background and there's another surprise. Not this. This is the R6 II. This has been around for about 3 years and that's not too long for a product shelf life. So it's no surprise, but yeah, it is a surprise that they've announced the R6 Mark III.
Sure, it looks almost exactly the same as before, but the big bombshell is what's within the shell.
The other surprise is that they've announced this so soon after the camera that is very similar to what is inside of this. The C50 was a cine camera. It doesn't have a viewfinder. Good video features. It does take stills. This one is the same. It just doesn't have a fan. But really, if you're going to take any kind of stills, I would say to get this, the R6 Mark III, instead of the C50.
The C50 can function as a stills camera. There's even separate menus, but with the delayed switching between the modes, it makes them feel very separated. But as a camera that you'd want to use predominantly for video, the R6 III is more of a familiar form factor for those interested in taking stills, and those same inids are beneficial for the still side.
It's got the same sensor, 32.5 megapixels. It's gone up from 24 megapixels. I mean, previously, 24 megapixels was seen as the sort of standard for non-high-res sensors, but they've upped it. I mean, 32 just gives you a little bit more croppage room over 24 megapixels.
For those that desire more megapixels, there's still the 45 megapixel R5 II, but bumping up to 32.5 megapixels, it won't feel like a vast drop in megapixels from the more expensive full-frame cameras. The original R6 was up to level to the Mark II, and with the Mark III, it feels even closer to the R5 range than ever.
I mean, in terms of the body, it will feel very similar to the R6 Mark II, even the same tilty flippy screen, and then the same viewfinder specs. Perhaps that's something which would differentiate this from the R5 Mark II. Slots.
SD card, and then the other card, that card is too cool for that.
I don't need it. The battery for like eternity.
Yeah. The same one you can buy a lot of third-party ones out.
Yeah. No, they might explode in your face lock. Oh, okay. That's full-size HDMI, I think. So, yep, that's the major change there. It's gone from teeny little HDMI to full-size HDMI. 8.5 stops of stabilization, 40 FPS electronic, 12 FPS mechanical. Then you've got pre-capture, which again is almost pretty much standard these days. Dual pixel CMOS 2. I mean, that's kind of a given, isn't it? That's to be expected. Sensitive down to -6.5 EV.
The autofocus is uprated to bring it more in line with the current generation of Canons like the R5 II.
It features that registering faces. I think we saw it on the R5 Mark II. So say if you've got a birthday party, it was good autofocus as well, so maybe it's a birthday party and they're all running towards you. And then you've got one person that you really like, and then there's some ugly people, I mean some people that you don't like. One of them smells, one of them looks funny, one of them makes racist jokes. And you can put priority on them, and then boom. There we are, that is what it's for. Or, alternatively, it's for sports, and you're trying to photograph the star player, and then you've got all the rubbish players. You don't want to focus on them, so you want to have that to do the smart work, to focus on the star player. So you don't need to do the smart work. So you've got registering the priorities. That's registering up to 10 people. You can register up to 6 groups of AF settings. It's got deep learning. If we're talking about video, it's got the same 7K open gate that you've got on the C50. The 7K open gate RAW, even, which is all right, isn't it? It's not bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
You didn't get it on the R6 II.
Video features are decent on the R6 Mark II, no crop 4K 60, but it's C50-like on the R6 Mark III, so 4K 60 no crop, 4K 120 a little crop, and of course 7K RAW open gate. Rolling shutter should be the same as the C52, so it's decent enough. I have to note that this is all on a pre-production model R6 Mark III, so we're not going to make any judgment from the sample footage and photos from it. They would be only assumptions of the final quality, of course.
I must note that we're filming on the R6 Mark III right over there. You're going for really heavy duty video stuff. I'm sure this doesn't overheat like the original R5. This is probably going to be pretty good.
Well, just stating what happened with the pre-production model, not judging or anything. After 13 minutes recording 4K, this is what the situation
just
looked
2
like.
bars. It doesn't mean that it overheats. That I just want to show that 2 bars.
Because this is just kind of to tell you when it gets to that far, it might overheat and stop.
And then after finishing filming my video after 30 minutes, still holding up well.
30 minutes 4K, this is probably around 22 degrees.
Yeah.
It feels like that, a little bit warm.
I guess what we can do is that we continue filming your video with this.
However, after switching to 7K RAW, open gate, and a few minutes of filming Locks piece, this is what happened.
No, that's it. No, too bad.
This was on standard auto power off temp. Yes, in case it wasn't mentioned, a pre-pro model. So this is something that will be worth checking out on the production model. Like, how long does it take before it cuts off in 7K RAW only? How long for 4K frame rates with standard and high temp auto power off? I reckon that on the regular frame rate 4K modes, it should last a decent amount of time, but given the restrictions, it's all guesswork. But it's got to be said, there's a reason why, despite the similarities, the C50 and the R6 Mark III can coexist.
So we can't really do any serious testing on this because it is a pre-production sample and we can't tell you exactly how long it will take before it overheats. I'm sure somebody else will. 15 plus stops of dynamic range was that video. Every camera manufacturer says their camera has 15 plus stops of dynamic range.
Yeah, even action cameras.
Exactly. So it's got 15 plus stops of dynamic range. What can I say? It's a C50, but in a body better suited for people like myself that wants to take stills as well. But here's the best bit. It's cheaper than a C50. That's the crazy thing. Unless you really need a fan, and that's really mostly what separates this and the C50. Apart from that, the dual base ISO. This has got internal image stabilization as well. C50 doesn't have stabilization, does it? 8.5 stops. That's what gives this extra juice. Viewfinder, it's nice having an EVF. I mean, I don't know why it's become a thing that the cine cameras that are not the super expensive ones don't have viewfinders. FX3, FX30, then you've got the C50, and then you've got the ZR. No viewfinders. It's useful. It's not just a stills thing.
The R6 Mark III is a great evolution from the Mark II, making the R6 feel a lot less middle of the range and will become an excellent alternative to the R5 too. It's priced just £20 more than the launch price of the R6 Mark II, which is great because it doesn't seem to have been affected by inflation. But the good thing is, the features have been noticeably pumped up, which is fabulous.
If you're really worried about overheating, if you're doing serious productions, just get the C50. But this is fantastic. It's just got everything you need, unless you want really high resolution, in which case you go for the R5 Mark II. But this is more than good enough. It's raising the bar of that standard full frame camera.
This video was sponsored by Squarespace.
If you want to set up your own website, online store, or just your own domain, it's super easy to get started with Squarespace with a slick, easy to use interface filled with a plethora of templates to choose from and with 24/7 customer service to help you out if you need it.